What's up, guys? Headphones Neil with a hot take for the 2025 version of Superman. So overall, I want to start it off with I think the critics rating of 83% is on par, still a little bit high for my taste, but 75 to 80% is where I'd put it. Mostly because it felt a lot like Superman Returns meets Superman 4, because you have a backstory already established with Superman. They don't go to the backstory of his upbringing. We don't lose Pa Kent and all of that stuff. But then we have that whole story with the cloning of Superman with his hair. So I thought they did it all right here. But then Lex Luthor feels like they do need a little bit of a backstory, a little bit more setup than text at the front of the film for what's going on. So at least show that thing, show the fight and him losing and all of that stuff. But that being said, as far as the positives go, it did have a very 60s and 70s Superman feel, Justice League and all of that with the Hall of Justice. And then all the stuff with Superman looking very much like the Christopher Reeves version with the hair and the suit. The Lois Lane, at least the actress who played her, was giving me very much of Margot Kidder vibes. So that stuff was good, but then like Lex Luthor didn't really feel like he packed any sort of punch. It felt a lot like Doctor Doom from that Fantastic Four movie where he was a blogger or whatever. So I don't know, that was kind of the downside. And then like Martian Manhunter or whatever that guy was okay, but it just felt like they needed to do a lot of backstory or filling in the blanks, and they skipped over a whole bunch of stuff. So part of it feels like they do need to set up a prequel film to tell us what's happening with the Justice League, where's Batman and Flash and all of those people. Unless they're just going to set up films where each of those characters introduces different aspects that leads into a new Justice League film that brings us into the present day of this film. As far as why the Hall of Justice is mostly empty, what happened to Batman and Flash, and why is Superman not spending most of his time there? Why is he not really teaming up with Mr. Terrific and the Justice Friends or whoever that group was? So there's a lot of fill in the blanks that they need to do. Maybe that's on purpose because they're setting up a new series of films for a new set of Wonder Woman, Batman, and Flash movies, and then lead that into the Justice League, where it ties into the Hall of Justice, and that's when they bring everyone in together. So for me, decent film, 80%. Not good, not bad, and a lot of fun, but lots of stuff missing.